Okay, hi all. So today our article is Why Do We Sleep? So that is the title. Let's determine our topic by using ties. So I'll add it here. Remember, we're using TIES. So the T stands for the title. Write this down on the paper right here. The I stands for the introduction, usually the first paragraph or the first two, depending on how short they are. The E and the S stand for end of topic summary. Okay, so you can zoom in on this, and that's what you would comment on. Awesome, that's added for you here. Next thing that we are going to do, since for the title, like we can think of the topic possibly being about sleep and maybe like reason for sleep. No question mark needed. So let's figure out if that's true. First thing you should do is label your paragraphs. So for example, this is paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2, this is paragraph 3. Even if it's just one line, you need to label it that way. So go ahead and do that. Cool. The next thing that we're doing is reading. So we'll read this first portion with you, determine the introduction. If the introduction matches what our topic might be, and then we'll go from there. So if you think about it, sleep is kind of strange. We are weak when we are asleep. We have no idea what is happening around us. Our bodies are at risk. Imagine an alien came to visit Earth. It would see humans sleeping for hours and hours at a time. This would probably seem very odd indeed. However, sleeping is not useless. Sleep may energize the body's cells. It can clear waste from the brain and help us learn and remember things. But what happens in our heads when we sleep? Our brains create electrical charges called brainwaves. Brainwaves change depending on what we are doing. Scientists have recorded brainwaves during sleep and found two sleeping states. One is called non-REM or NREM. The other is called REM. So remember our vocabulary when we went over what REM meant? So that's something that you can highlight. Maybe you can say, oh, that means REM means this, right? Rapid eye movement. So the two states happen every 90 minutes or so and several times during the night. Cool. So I would say that the first two paragraphs are our like introduction series. So let's highlight some important items or phrases or words in these paragraphs. Let me see. You can stop and do this by yourself and then come back to this video. So what it's talking about here, it's like comparing, it's having us like compare like what sleep is to us, like how our bodies feel. Um, this seems odd, but this one is saying like how sleep is not useless. So that's something that I can highlight. Sleep energizes the body and cells. So that seems how sleep is important, like why we sleep. Maybe it's to re energize our body. It's also saying how it can clear waste from our brain and help us to learn and remember things. Those are all really important. I see the second sentence is like really good. So maybe from there, if I go back to this topic that I may have thought about, the introduction is telling us like why sleep is good. Okay, so I think that's like where it all chimes in. That's what you can write down. Then at the end, you'll do your end of topic summary and go from there. Okay, so overall, this is what we are going to do today. We're going to determine the central idea of the text after we read it either together or independently. Then you're going to go back and answer these questions. It's like a little quiz. Your teachers will turn this into Mr. Cooney and myself at a later time. So you're going to read the introduction, which is paragraphs 1 through 5, and you should have already listed that because we already did like 1 through 3 earlier. And then read from there. So to answer these, you know that to read the question, go back to the text, read the question again, and the answer choices, go back to the text, and then choose the best answer choice. Okay? Other than that, we should be able to finish this by today. All right, bye, people.